Hello, you absolutely amazing member, you. Welcome to the first member only video of 2024. I am so pumped to have you here. I am so pumped that I now realized what I can do for you, that I can provide that next level training, that we can have some serious discussions. And I don't mean serious as in not funny, I mean important discussions when you comment on these videos. Now, these videos, I encourage your comments on the video, which is probably the topic of this training session. I've called it handy dandy index card. I've called it silence is power. I'm not trying to silence people. I'm trying to help you get the most out of this training. So let's talk about it. Bonjour, Mishko Pakanan Quain Adishnakas Mundo Dam. As you well know, my name is Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario. And what I've realized now, I've made it crystal clear that my channel is Indigenous centered space. But every now and then, and I know that means that being an Indigenous centered space might be new to some people, but sometimes I forget the extent that not knowing how to operate in an Indigenous centered space, how often that's going to play into it, costing you the opportunity to truly learn. So, what I want to talk about for a second is how to conduct yourself in an Indigenous centered space. And the easiest bit of advice I can give you is imagine you're sitting in a sharing circle. Now, if you don't know what that is, and there's a variety of them in mainstream as well, it's people sitting in a circle together. One person speaks. Often you go around the circle and you're sharing. You are not questioning each other. You are not adding information and content. You are sharing. So when it comes to my videos on my channel, you are sitting in the circle listening to me sharing. It's not about asking questions. It's not about adding in what you know or what it reminds you of. It's about absorbing it and sitting with it and contemplating it and thinking about it 4 hours later, 6 hours later, 6 days later. That is how you build your confidence and your wisdom and how you absorb the information in these videos. If you are focused on commenting, on how you agree or how you already know this or how it reminds you of someone else, you've already gone on to the next topic, the topic of whatever your comment is. You've already left the video behind. That is the difference between Indigenous Anishinaabe way of teaching and mainstream. So, a couple of things. Now, let me be crystal clear. And when it comes to the member videos, I want to see your questions. I want to see your comments. Maybe you appreciated this or you didn't realize this, whatever, because here on these member only videos, I want to see that discussion. I want to have that interaction with you. You can bet I'm going to comment back and answer, which means the comments that I would normally just delete on my main videos because they're off topic or whatever, I'm going to point out it's off topic here. This is a safe learning space, but it is a learning space. So the other thing I wanted to say, thinking of the main daily videos for a second, watch the people that comment, or if you want to comment, ask yourself why. Why do you want to comment? Why do you feel the need? Now, appreciation, I understand that's building bridges, but if it's to question or to point out another group that's similar, are you feeling a need to prove how much you know? Are you looking for external validation? I already know how much you know. That's a given for me. You're a human being of X number of years. Of course, you have knowledge. You don't need to prove that to me. And I've said to many people, if you want to go off on a tangent and teach, then share my video to whatever your social media page is and share what you know on your social media page. I don't allow other people to teach in my space. That how could I maintain a safe space if I did? I don't know you well enough. And nobody asked permission. That's kind of rude. The other thing, and this is really why I wanted to do this video today, and it's a story. Can I see it on my shelf? No, you can't see my first book. So, with mainstream culture, let's start there. In mainstream, you were taught superficial learning, literal learning. And what I mean by that is you read the manual, you read the contract, you do not interpret it, you take it exactly as it's stated. That's not a shot, that's just an observation. In indigenous cultures, many indigenous cultures, especially in mine for sure, it's always about the next level. What can I learn from this? I will reread an email 10 different times if I want to absorb it, and I will do it over a space of days. Someone said something, I'm going to think about that for a long time, not because I'm dwelling on it. It could be a positive or a negative, but I want to truly understand it. That's where the confidence and the wisdom comes from. You have to apply that to my videos. So, for example, I just did that video about unconscious bias and the fact that Prince Harry mentioned it in his video or in his interview. And nothing blew me away more than realizing how many of the comments were about Prince Harry, as if the video was about Prince Harry. Because it wasn't. Look at the title, look at the thumbnail. It was about unconscious bias and how that is not an excuse for racism, the fact that you weren't aware. But I deleted so many comments that wanted to talk about Prince Harry and the royal family. Why? Because I mentioned Prince Harry. That is that literal mainstream. It is not silently absorbing and contemplating and asking yourself, what is Sandy trying to teach me here? That's what I want you to do. I want you, Elmer Fudd. I don't want to talk about Disney. When I put up that cute little cartoon referencing the original settlers, I'm not talking about Disney, right? So before you comment, and I'm talking to the members here, I don't think you're the people doing this, but like ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I sitting in this sharing circle silently learning, or am I trying to make it a back and forth, which is mainstream? Okay. I already talked about mainstream, literal, and niche is dig deep, right? So there's my handy dandy index card. I am so looking forward to working with you guys. To me, what I am envisioning is us meeting. I'm probably going to do these once a week, where it's just me in a classroom with a group of interactive students, and you truly get that next level of education and learning because of it. So thank you so much for signing up for my membership even before I knew what I was going to do with it. I guarantee you it'll be worth your time. Feel free to comment away. This video, member only videos, we're in a discussion. I'm looking for the two-way. I hope you have a super duper double delicious day, and I'll see you next week. I love you. Take care. Bye bye.